Could Australia copy Poland? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this interesting article from IT News. It's to do with the Polish gaming industry. Now I'm a gamer, I like to play computer games when I get a chance, and I'm sure if you're a gamer as well, you would realize that a lot of the best games to have come out in the last few years have come out of Poland. 11-Bit Studios is my favorite at the moment. The fantastic Witcher series, also very popular. So a lot of the Polish studios are just taking on the world and leaving a mark on an international stage. Now, could Australia learn from this? Could we look at perhaps creating incentives to allow businesses to establish and take on this market at a global level? What could we learn from the Poles? Let's have a look at this article. So, from communist-era roots to cash cows, Poland's gaming industry takes on the world. Global VCs started eyeing investment opportunities. And here we go. I mean, one of the fundamental issues that we have in Australia is it's a lot harder to raise venture capital than other nations of the world, and so much of our wealth has been channeled into the housing market. That's why, guys, that's why we have our property prices shooting up. Shooting up. You know, everyone's throwing their money at that. The drab exteriors of a pair of 1970 buildings in industrial Warsaw neighborhood belie the hive of high-tech activity inside, where developers, screenplay writers and others are leading video game maker CD Projekt hustle to create the next global hit. And I'll zoom here. Poland, Eastern Europe's biggest economy, has quietly developed into a leading video game exporter thanks to low labor costs, a young educated workforce, and a thriving gaming tradition rooted in the communist era. Well, I'd say this would be one issue that Australia would have to compete on a global scale. Our labour costs are just, frankly, very, very high. And we've seen how the state is intervening and screwing up markets. Just look at the mango and fruit picking in the northern part of Queensland, how their market has been affected by state intervention, and the workers are the ones that are losing out. After CD Projekt's top-selling Witcher series put the country on the map, foreign investors are keenly searching for promising game developers in a fast-growing market. So, any of the Poles watching, or any of you that have connections in Poland, please share in the comments or share on the Discord advice or potential companies that people might be interested in investing in. How would an Australian go about investing in the Polish stock market? I have done no research into it at all. Would definitely be something interesting to find out about. People are starting to take notice of Poland, said Boris Musilak, founding partner, I know I butchered that, founding partner at US-Polish venture capital firm Smok Ventures, which is in talks with 2 Asian investors to fund local gaming companies, and in January made its first such investment alongside a Finnish partner. So you've got foreign investment coming into Poland to help fund these opportunities. Here in Australia, our foreign investment created a housing bubble. Notice the difference. Notice the difference. And you know what? Let's just jump over. We'll jump over. I mean, this is the 11-Bit Studios. This is another one. Before we go any further, I'm going to bring up a website, the Observatory of Economic Complexity. And here we have Australia, and I'll bring up another instance of it. And let's look up Poland. And I'm going to try and be tricky here. Is that going to work? Will that be Poland? Oh, there we go. So let's just have a look and compare Australia to Poland. Their economic complexity is 1.09, 23rd in the world. Ours is 59th in the world. We've got $243 billion of exports. They have $212 billion of exports. Their imports are 223, ours are 199. Their GDP per capita is lower than ours, 29.1 thousand, 50th in the world. Ours is at 48.5. Although I think that's going to change. Look at what we're exporting, guys. Look at what Poland is exporting, everyone. It's definitely a more complex and more advanced economy than Australia. You know, it's the 24th largest economy in the world. The top exports of Poland are vehicle parts, cars, seats, other furniture, and video displays. There you go. Its top imports are cars, crude petroleum, vehicle parts, packaged medicines. And who is Poland doing business with? Let's have a look. Where are the destinations for their exports? Germany. Not surprising at all. You know, they're not going to be as affected by China as we are, but then again, they're going to be affected by Germany. So that's an interesting comparison there between Poland and Australia. And we'll just jump back here to this article now. There've been mainly angel investors and some private equity, but now global venture capital groups are looking into the region. Poland's booming video game and esports market was worth US $664 million in 2019, up from $400 million in 2014, and is projected to climb to nearly $850 million over the next 4 years, according to data from Prince Waterhouse Coopers. And of course, they're talking about The Witcher. The success of CD Projekt's medieval fantasy world Witcher has been a key driver, based on a series of best-selling Polish books, and the basis for a Netflix show that premiered in December. The games have sold more than 40 million copies worldwide. I even bought Witcher. I think I've got it on the Xbox One. I mean, it's a good game, but I'm more a strategy guy, and I can't play that one in front of the kids. It's just too violent. The release later this year of the company's first-person futuristic adventure game, Cyberpunk 2077, is likely to sharpen focus on a sector in which 8 companies listed on the main market of the Polish stock exchange between 2015 and 2019. On the new Connect market, the browser's exchange for smaller companies, 21 debuted during the same period. Historically, a lot of the companies choose the stock exchange to finance themselves because there were not many ways to raise capital, said MG, head of mobile gaming and apps at Google in Poland. Now it's getting easier as more interest comes from abroad. The combined value of the listed gaming companies leapt 82% to more than 32 billion zloty, which is 12.7 billion Australian. Last year, led by CD Projekt. I thought it was CD Projekt Red, but I guess CD Projekt, 11-Bit Studios, Playwatch, and 10 Square Games, according to exchange data. Well, I'm a fan of 11-Bit Studios. I've got a few of their games. I may have to check out where their share price is. Playway and 10 Square Games, according to exchange data. Moreover, CD Projekt's roughly 27 billion valuation is rapidly catching up with that of Poland's biggest companies, refiner P&K Orlen, at 36 billion. Know-how. At CD Projekt, whose headquarters feature Silicon Valley perks such as a gym, film studio, and open-plan offices, the company has parlayed Paul's love of video games into a global brand. We've been working intensively to increase the knowledge of CD Projekt among foreign investors, the company's president and one of its founders, Adam Kniski, told Reuters. We are meeting with funds from around the world focusing on Western markets, especially in the United States. Bigger funding rounds and the tapping of international investors will help Polish companies compete with industry leaders from countries such as China, Japan, and the US. Due to their know-how and appropriate budgets, foreign investors help those companies go from the stage where they create very good games to the absolute top, said Stanislaw Just, a former board member of the Polish Games Association who recently started his own company. Flying Wild Hog, a smaller developer known for the Shadow Warrior series, was acquired by London-based Supernova Capital in 2019, while Artificia, which is working on its debut game, was bought by Dutch-based Good Shepherd Entertainment. A world we all dreamt of. Poland's love of video games stemmed from the communist era when students flocked to street markets to swap pirated games, building up a flourishing community. For the previous generation, rock and roll was a ticket to the world we all dreamed of. Then came the games, and we all played to touch what was happening in the West, says Gritsky Mikovsky, president of 11-Bit Studios, whose most popular title, Frostpunk, depicts a dystopian 19th century England. Yes, and I'm quite a fan of that game. It's quite good. Although I don't have much time to play it, I need to get back into it. My my game streaming channel is getting a bit stale. Nearly half of Poland's 38 million population identify as gamers, while there are around 400 active gaming companies, dwarfing an estimated dozen in Germany, with some 100 Polish titles hitting the global market each year. The country hosts a popular international video games festival, as well as one of the largest esports events in the world, the Intel Extreme Masters, which last year drew a record 232 million viewers worldwide. Michowski also pointed to Poland's education system, which churns out computer science suave graduates eager to work in game development. The government has taken notice too, doling out around 300 million through a European Union-funded program, the fourth round of which is underway, to award developers early-stage grants to help gaming projects get off the ground. So there you have it, guys. An interesting take on a country which is a little bit bigger than Australia, but much more economically complex, and drawing in investment, foreign investment, to help build this sector. What could Australia learn from that? Could we even hope to compete with Poland with our higher labour costs and our declining education standards? What do you think, guys? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And thank you to everyone for watching this episode. Please like, share and subscribe. If you're a fan of the channel and want to help us grow a little bit extra, you can use Patreon to give us a monthly donation. We also have the ability for you to join the channel here on YouTube, where you can get access to badges and emojis. We have affiliate links with Independent Reserve for your crypto trading, Amazon and eBay for your consumer purchases. We've got our own merch at the HeiseSays website, pocket squares made by Rachel, and finally, PayPal if you want to contribute that way. Thank you all, everyone. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.